Exams! Exams!
Hello, it's me.
What a beautiful topic. You know, I don't think I'm so afraid of exams anymore. I think I kind of look forward to them. It's a nice way to test my might. But enough about me. It's about you guys, you tiny kids. I mean, no, not tiny. You humongous, amazing, legendary children. It's about you. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about a few things. What to do before the exam, since it's exam period. Then, what to do during, after. And if you haven't fallen asleep by then, I'll talk about mindset shifts so that you don't poop yourself in the future. Or poop your pants. I don't know. I don't care. It's your problem. So first of all, before exams. It's the night before. The calm before the storm. Or actually, it's pretty much stormy right now. What do? Number one, live your life as per normal. Don't try to change things up. Don't suddenly say, Mommy, I need to go to the zoo. If you always go to the zoo every night, then sure. But otherwise, keep things normal. In fact, I would suggest you try to go to bed a little earlier. But Mr. Fawaz, I need to study. No. You had the whole year. Bro, what you doing? The night before, you want to cram a whole year's worth of stuff? No! That's bad. Don't stress yourself up. A lot of things will probably not go inside because you're just not able to digest. So if you want to read a little bit, sure, fine. Sometimes you want to have a little bit of confidence. That's your problem to do that. Other than that, I suggest you get ready to go to bed a bit earlier as per normal. Why? Because some of y'all gonna be on that bed staring at the ceiling, ding, 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 crying a little bit, pooping your pants maybe. I heard that's quite common. So you want to give yourself a buffer. And then when it comes to feeling nervous on the bed, that's kind of normal. Nothing to be ashamed of. What do? Do you just lie there and then force yourself to go to sleep? No. It will make you feel it will make you kind of dread going to bed in the future. We don't want to associate negative feelings with the bed. So if you lie down on the bed for a while and you realize you can't go to sleep, then get up, do something non-screen related that's quite relaxing. Read a book, cuddle with your pet, doodle, stare at the sky. So do something relaxing until you feel a little bit more calm. Maybe you start to nod off. Okay, then go to bed, then go to sleep. That's easy. Night's done. The next morning, the day of the exam, whatever your exam is, please don't give in to temptation. Don't drink that magical herbal drink, potion, grass. Stop. No. I don't care how powerful it is. I don't care who made that. If you've not drunk it before, you might just end up getting an upset stomach. And there's nothing magical about that. 5 minutes into the exam, you're like, oh, it doesn't feel good. Should I poop myself now and keep going? Or go to the toilet, spend 15 minutes, come back, smell a poop, and then... Don't change things up. As much as possible to do things the way you've been doing the whole time so that you don't give yourself extra stress. You let your body do its normal thing. Let it, rely on muscle memory and its routine. Don't give extra things to think about and figure out, okay? Don't be that guy. So, before the exam, some people like to be quiet. Some people need a few moments to just chill, compose themselves. If you're that kind of person, feel free to do that. Feel free to move away from your friends. If they find you and bro, why don't you talk? You can say, I don't feel like talking. I need to be quiet to make myself feel good. Do that. And if they don't take you seriously, if they laugh at you, say, guys, please. Make that. You thought someone going to say slap, is it? No, don't slap people. Say, guys, stop. Okay, learn to assert dominance. Assert. Some people like to chat. You just need to do something lighthearted to feel good. Sure, as long as you're not breaking any rules, as long as it's still not the exam time and the teachers have not told you to keep quiet, sure. If you are not breaking any rules, go ahead. Do what you need to do to get yourself in the right mood. Now, during the exam, your teachers have told you to keep quiet, put your bags outside. That is when you have to start listening to every single instruction. And let me be very specific here. We'll always tell you to check your pencil cases, right? Make sure you have nothing prohibited. Don't be that kid who said, yeah, I know my pencil case is fine. I'm good. And then, during the exam, oh no, what's this? A folded note. Based on true stories. Just check. It's just so difficult. Your pencil case is right there. Let's check it. Make sure you've got nothing there. Peace of mind. Check under your desk. Okay? That's nothing difficult about that. And then when the paper starts, you are allowed to do it. Read every single instruction. Even if you're that kid who's done thousands of practice papers, just read the instructions. It's like a warm-up, that's one thing, but it just also makes sure that you know what you're supposed to do. You know how it be, sometimes during exams your mind just goes blank, or you make some silly mistake for no apparent reason. You could probably avoid such things if you read the instructions. Okay? Then after the exams, you're free. This is the part where you just say, you know what, I did what I could, let's just move on. Life goes on, okay? I mean, obviously life goes on. You know how many exams I failed in my life? I failed so many exams back then that they sent me for counselling. I'm not even kidding. My school sent me for counselling. They thought something was wrong with me. I mean, they were not wrong to say that, but... And look where I am now. In my room talking to a camera. Yeah, I guess things don't always turn out right. No, I'm kidding. Things always have a way of moving forward. Okay, so that now brings me to the next part of the thingamajig. After everything, nothing is in your control anymore, right? You have to learn to just accept and move on. And the hardest part comes when you get your results. Oh boy! Results. That's when you see lots of drama. More dramatic than K-dramas, Vasantham Central. I've seen kids cry over exam results. Bruh! Exam results. Seriously. How does that make you cry? It's just a mark. It's just a number on a piece of paper. It tells you how much you've prepared. It tells you what you're good at. It's data. It's information. If you didn't study, I'm going to be hard. I'm going to be harsh on you. If you didn't study, serves you right. You want nothing to cry about. What are you crying about? Huh? Yes, I'm harsh. But if you did study and you didn't do well, hey, that's more data. It just shows you that, well, maybe I need to put in a bit more effort for this, or maybe I did something the wrong way, or it could be that my talents don't lie in this area. That was me back in back in uni. I trained to be a PE teacher plus math plus English, and do you know what? As much as I used to work out a lot and I enjoyed my PE modules, no matter how hard I tried, I always did the worst at the PE modules. I was horrible at sports. Right? I know, right? In the end, PE teacher, I didn't like it, but I had to accept the fact that it is what it is. When it came to things like math and psychology and English, and yeah, I was fine in those. And then I became a PE teacher. So I had to keep working. But the point is, you see, you get data. You know, okay, this is my weakness, this is my weak area, so I need to put a bit more effort into that. And especially if it comes to secondary school. If your primary school life has taught you that I'm okay at math, I'm brilliant at science, I need more effort at English, or I need a bit more time for English, then it just means you'll be streamed into a subject level that is appropriate for you. If you're not great at English, why go into the school that has the best English course, or want to go into like Special Express or whatever? You're just trying to shoot yourself in the foot. Now it's like me. Let's say I can't lift 100 kilograms. I can. Let's say I can't lift 100 kilograms. And then I insist on going to the gym that only carries 100 kilogram weights. I'm gonna die. I'm a 60 kilogram guy. Okay, cool. I'll just go to the gym with 60 kilogram weights. That's not how gyms work, but the point is like that. Okay? People always get so worked out about, oh, I want to go to the best school. Are you the best student? Is the best school always the best place for you to be? Does it matter? Does anybody care which school I came from? No, it doesn't matter. What matters is what you can do at the moment, right now. And here's another thing that I was exposed to recently. If you are good at something, and then you go to a school where all the people are excellent, you might just end up feeling horrible. It's scientifically backed. I'm not going to go into the details. I'm going to link the podcast so you can go check that out. But out of manliness. So again, another example. Okay, you're back at school. In your primary school, you're like top 10 of the whole school. And so you go into one of the best schools in Singapore, and then suddenly you're like bottom 50. Oh my god, am I dumb? Mommy? For a lot of people, that's very crushing. And then they just end up giving up, or they just get worse and worse. But if that person had realized, you know what, I kind of got lucky, or I can go to a good school, but I might be better off in this other school. They might go to that neighborhood school. Every school's in a neighborhood. They might go to that school and then become top 10, top 5, top. Yo, that's more impressive. And then you get those good results. It makes you feel better about yourself. You get more and more good results, and then you just become a champ, and you don't become me. Okay? It's not about me, it's about you. So that's pretty far away. That's like PSLE or after everything. So whatever you get is whatever you get. If you don't do well, don't do as good as you wanted to do, and you don't get to go to your mother's favorite school, your father's favorite. Honestly, they might be mad at you. They might look at you like you're a lousy person. I don't know. Maybe, but you have to know in your heart that you are more than your exam mark. Okay? And you just go where you need to go. There's always a way forward. There is always a way forward. Exams are just a small part of life. It's just such a lame thing. I don't know why people in our country are so stressed out about them. But if you have a problem, you can find a solution. Like I had a friend who needed money for something, so he looked for more jobs. Yes, it was tiring. Yes, he didn't get enough rest and he couldn't spend as much time with his kids, but he found the solution. Okay, so that was a long way to say there is always a way forward. Whatever results you get, learn to accept and move forward. Do the next thing. Do the next thing you can. Finally, now that you are still awake, still here, have you pooped yet? If you haven't pooped, go and poop, please. I don't want you pooping while I'm talking. Or actually, poop while I talk. I don't care. I can't see you. I can just smell it. But that's not the point. The mindset. Okay, the mindset. Exams are just every other thing. Do you wake up in the morning feeling stressed out about recess that day? Feeling stressed about when 2:30 comes around, what's going to happen? This sounds like a bad example. I think it is. But the point I'm trying to say is it's just a part of life. Things happen every day. You get storms, you get diarrhea, you have exams, you got competitions, you fight with your friend, your parents slap you with smelly fishes. It's just life. It's that. It doesn't break anything. So I don't know why people are so hard up about those things. And you guys are primary school kids. Primary school kids. Crying as though the whole world is over. You have everything else. Mostly. Healthy, functioning body, friends, teachers, a school, a safe country. You relax, okay? And then also, in the grand scheme of things, nobody cares. It doesn't matter. Let's go to an extreme example. You go to the bed of a dying person. They're lying there, breathing their last few breaths. Of course, they're talking about their exams, right? If only I did better for PSLE. No! Nobody talks about their exams on the dying bed. I think what I'm trying to say is, when you really, really push someone into a corner and force them to look at their life and what's important, it's not exams. It's your relationships, the things you could have done with your time, the things you wish you had said to people or wish you had said sorry about. Yeah, those things are important. So as much as I'm not trying to tell you to just, forget about exams, blah, blah, blah. No, it's something that is part of your life. It's a responsibility of your student life. Do what you can do, but then make sure your priorities are proper. Focus on what's truly important, on being a good person, on being a loving child, a loving friend, whatever it is. Or in this case, being a cat. Are you a cat? You don't have exams, do you, Bella? No, she doesn't have exams. Okay, that's good for you. Okay, there you go. Alright, so I hope this has been useful. I'm going to link a post I wrote way back on the blog. It's going to be down there. Give it a read if you must. That post was also written... my keyboard, don't... Please, Bella. That post was also written for parents. Because sometimes you are chill, but your parents are like, you better study more. Here, 10 exercise books, 10 assessment books. Go for ballet, piano, aikido, taekwondo. Learn how to cut paper. Then you're like, Mommy, Daddy. And then you're like, no. So, I mean, if it's useful for you, go ahead. I wish you all the best for all your exams, all the things you'll face. I'm going to say this as three people, as me. And no matter what, it will be okay. It will be okay. Next, I'm going to give you that same message, but as uncle. A boy, a girl. You know, uncle thinks you can do it. You don't have to be the best, the number one. Do what you can. Don't regret. You'll be okay. Uncle did it. Uncle struggled. Uncle failed. But look, uncle is still here. Things can be done. There are ups and downs. If I can do it, so can you. And finally, as your grandpa, I just want to say, you're too noisy. Children these days, you're noisy, but you're awesome. You can do it. Thank you very much for listening. Hope this has been useful. I'll see you when I see you. That's the end. Bye for now.